I don't want back to what I'm in beef, but I don't want to be here. Okay, we're back with more Kakenuke Seishun sparking. I'm tired. I slept like 5.5 hours 2 days in a row. I need more than that. Anyways.
またのご来店をお待ちしております。
Pizza and I were working today. Swamp the second.
オーダー入ります。アイスコーヒー2つです。
あ、追加でもう2つお願いします。アイスティーとクリームソーダ入りました。
Partially since it's summer break, there was an onslaught flood of customers pouring into the restaurant. Not even lunch hour, it's so busy. Yeah, I'll come lunchtime. Should you be able to handle it? League was also working today. Still
ああ、遠野くん。厨房のことなんだけど。
Imagine I brought up the same subject. Am I going?
それだとフロアの交通整理が不安かも。気持ちよく過ごしてもらいつつ、お客さんをたくさん回転させるの遠野くんうまいし。りっちゃんに頼めないかな。この間まかないで作ってもらったサンドイッチ美味しかったじゃない。かなりできるんじゃない？
Hey, I mean, don't know a minute, please.
お呼びでありますか、当のチーフ&店長。
りっちゃん、お願いがあるんだけど。
なんでありますか、店長殿。
Ritsu crossed her arms behind her back, tensed up her face, and bellowed from her belly. Talking like you're in the military, that's what customers are. You could just act like an ordinary modern day girl.
やばーい、店長とチーフに呼ばれたし、マジ緊張、マジマンジ。
I hate it. That's modern day. Brutal slang. Let's act like you normally do.
Yes, my honey!
Even though that still seems dicey, but I'm about to hop on that one now. It's bizarrely pure.
今日は人気アイドルのライブがあるから、多分そのお客さんだと思うよ。
そんなのあったんだ。知ってた？遠野くん。
Nope, not a clue. I haven't done enough research. I would have organized some shifts around it.
アラスの解散ライブだからすっごい人来てるよ。
Male idol. Let's
わかった。僕、今からヘルプと女性客に人気の食材の追加頼んでくるよ。
Man, she practically zoomed across the floor like Ritsu had done. Was that his style? Was that in style? The level was more important right now. Would you mind helping out in the kitchen there, Ritsu? We need your help on the grill.
いいの？できるかな？
I'll speak to the kitchen staff. They're all good people who would certainly be willing to show you the ropes.
わかったよ。やってみる。
Right, go on in. Head back here.
Yes, my honey!
Ritsu agreed and promptly headed to the kitchen. That hovering running stuff again. Learn how to do that. I don't know that Ritsu would put the work in the kitchen.
はいはいはいはい。はい、オムライス上がりました。
おー、素晴らしい。
Ritsu was able to put her cooking skills to use.
オラオラオラオラオラオラオラオラ。はい、野菜の付け合わせできました。
なんて綺麗な盛り付けだ。飾り切りだ。和食の技法まで。
Charlie shut off her culinary skills.
当野シェフ、フォンドボーのテイスティングをお願いします。
わかりました。塩を小さじ1杯。いえ、小さじ半分足してください。それで完璧です。
精進します。当野シェフ、こちらの味見も。
By nighttime, she had reached the rank of Grand Chef. Ritsu, you're overdoing it? It only taken her a day to win over the hearts of the kitchen staff. Prodigy's young chef had burst onto the scene.
遠野くん、遠野くん。お客さんが帰り際、みんな美味しいって大評判だったよ。さっきはダンディーな紳士が これをシェフにってチップ置いていったし。
Manager flapped a 10,000 yen note in front of me. But it seems like the restaurant can earn at least one star in next year, doesn't it?
乗っちゃう？ガイド乗っちゃう？
This was a family restaurant, though. I'm sure if that was a good or bad thing.
疲れたよ。
It worked out, Ritsu.
ちょっと本気出しすぎちゃった。
Ritsu sat beside me and plopped her head onto my shoulder. Really overdid it.
お兄ちゃんの期待に応えたかったんだよ。
You massively exceeded those expectations.
つい熱くなっちゃった。料理では手が抜けないんだよ、私。お客さんは美味しいって言ってくれたかな。
I imagine so. Showed Ritsu the 10,000 yen note I got from the manager.
1万円どうしたの？
A customer left you a tip?
本
Ritsu's eyes widened with surprise. Incredible. Probably be a huge success. You'd probably be a huge success if you turned this into a career. And the Ritsu the bill and patted her on the head. It's my expression of appreciation not as a chief, but as a brother.
料理は好きだけど、私はもっと好きなことがあるし。
Ritsu's eyes squinted fondly and she leaned back against me. We should go down that path instead then. What kind of job is it?
お兄ちゃんのお嫁さんだよ。
That's how you meant it. Amusing. We're so adorable. I mean, I'm going to ignore the little sister part again. I'm just like gonna treat them as two people that are very close but aren't family real quick, because if I don't, I'm gonna like throw up in my mouth again. Being the wife and working as a cook are not mutually exclusive. If anything, you could run the, like, you was already offered the position of manager once he graduates, just taking over this entire location, like this entire restaurant. Could just fucking run it together, essentially. Like, Mans is on finances and floor duty, she's up in the back in the kitchen. Probably a women belong in the kitchen joke here somewhere, but I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
お兄ちゃんは就きたい仕事はないの？前は公務員かホワイト企業の正社員って言ってたけど。
Not sure in particular, really.
マジシャンとか。
Not happening at my skill level. At my age, there were plenty of more highly skilled people out in the world. Besides, I didn't get into magic because I enjoyed it. Mused aloud. Fine to tell Ritsu. No, I wanted to tell her.
そうなの？
You remember the first time you met Nagumi?
うん、衝撃的だったもんね。私とお兄ちゃんの前で、いきなり、不思議なものを、今からあなたに見せてあげるわ。そう言って、何も持ってない手から、お菓子を2つ出したんだよね。
Looking back on it now, though, a pretty basic sleight of hand. At the time, she had been wearing a loose-fitting sweater. All she had done was produce hidden sweets from her long sleeves. Basics. So we'll begin a little bit of magic.
それで考えてること何でも当てられちゃって。私、あの時はなごみさん、本当に魔法使いかと思っちゃった。
That's what led to me learning mind reading. Now, that moment was seared in my brain. No time at all, I played with her. I want that skill for myself.
お兄ちゃん、その場でなごみさんに弟子入りしたよね。
I was desperate. Just had to learn it at the time. I needed to know how that woman truly felt. I accidentally said that out loud. The reason why I had wanted to read minds.
どういうこと？
Back then, I'd had my fair share of doubts about that woman. That she might betray my stepfather, betray us. Ritsu was shocked. I'm sorry I've not been able to tell you about it. I was afraid of hurting him or you, so I was kept to myself. But now that I've made up my mind to be with you for the rest of my life, I don't want to keep secrets from you anymore. Is that alright? Turn towards Ritsu.
うん。
Ritsu nodded firmly. I'm sure that woman who was my mother got remarried to stepfather, then immediately found herself a new man.
嘘。 お父さんが亡くなる少し前だってなごみさんは言ってたけど。
Nagami is her little sister after all. She was protecting her. I've had my suspicions for the longest time.
どうしてそう思ったの？
By sheer coincidence, I saw that woman's cell phone call history. Lost count of how many entries there were under my name. But I was in elementary school at the time and didn't have a cell phone. Isn't that weird?
お母さんが浮気相手の番号をお兄ちゃんの名前で登録してたってこと？そんな、まさか息子の名前で。
I called that number on that woman's cell phone. The man who picked up sounded like a young university student, and he said her name. My mother's name was Yumi. I said, I'm her son, who are you?
その人、なんて答えたの？
I'm Yumi's boyfriend. I hung my head with a wincing smile. Got scared and immediately hung up.
そんなことが。
That was why I wanted to know which way that woman would choose.
お兄ちゃん。
I've had the courage to ask her directly, though. That our family would be through. Still, I couldn't deceive you and stepfather forever. So back then, wanted to know. So I'm not. Mom truly felt from my cheeks, without anyone else knowing. I was crying. Sorry, Ritsu. I apologized to my sister as I cried. She sadly shook her head from side to side. Sorry. I kept this from you all this time. Misora continued to apologize. Tears rose in the corner of my sister's eyes as she kept on vigorously shaking her head. I'm sorry, stepfather. I sobbed and apologized over and over again to my stepfather who was no longer in this world. If only I had told him sooner. Only I had been selfish for wanting to live together with him and Ritsu. Wouldn't have hurt him.
お兄ちゃんは何も悪くないよ。
She replied tearfully, then held my head against her chest.
お父さんも、きっとお兄ちゃんに見とられて幸せだったよ。
You think so?
絶対思ってる。私にはわかるよ。だから、もう、自分を責めないで。お願いだよ。
It's, thank you. I have her back. She had a far smaller, more slender frame than me, and yet I was fully engulfed by this body of hers right now.
今まで一人で辛かったんだね。私のために黙ってくれてたんだね。好き。私、やっぱりお兄ちゃんが大好きだよ。
We agree the fucking manager is probably just sitting in the back awkwardly, right?
優しいお兄ちゃんが世界で一番好き。
She gently patted my back. Felt as though my heart had become lighter. I'd been forgiven. That was how it gently felt to me. Ritsu, I'm sorry. I'm alright now. Put away from Ritsu and wiped away my tears.
もっと甘えてもいいんだよ。
Nah, I'm the big brother.
兄だって妹に甘えていいんだよ。
Love you, Ritsu. Those words came out so very naturally. Thank goodness. I'm so thankful that I met this girl.
私もだよ。
Put my life on the line to make you happy.
ありがとう。私もお兄ちゃんを幸せにするよ。
Ritsu, couldn't hold back any longer. I shared a kiss with my sister.
好き。
That cat will be part of the lips of mine, however thin.
お兄ちゃんが好きな気持ちがちょっと失礼します。
And they're fucking. Yep. I mean, technically, this CG is not yet fucking, but you don't know damn well that's what it's gonna turn into. I also kind of have to take a screenshot here in case nothing else pops up. Anyways. HC. They're done fucking.
駆け抜け青春スパーキング。夏休みもあと2週間か。過ぎちゃえばあっという間だったよね。
Yeah. Walked along the shore with my sister. The sun still beat down hard enough. I saw the breeze by the wonderful. No use to lecture today. I had a shift at work. I was out on a quiet walk with my sister for a change.
今年の夏はいろいろ楽しかったよ。
We did have a lot of fun, but used to lecture.
それもあるけど、いっぱいお兄ちゃんといられたからだよ。彼女にもなったしね。
Just sprang up in front of me and spun right back around. Every nice detail of a smile that filled her face was adorable. Yeah, I felt bashful too.
兄、今、照れてます。可愛い彼女兼妹に照れまくっております。あえて言おう。いや、叫ぼう。
No, don't.
My 兄ラブリー
Just directed that comment towards you. Stop, sister, stop. Stop her.
どうして私の魂の叫びを止めるの？
Please consider my reputation.
誰もいないよ。
You don't get it. Don't let your guard down. Soji speaking, we're siblings.
お兄ちゃん、思いっきり青春するならもっと弾けないと。青い海のバカ野郎って叫んで夕日に向かって駆け出すくらいに。
Ritsu, you realize we're in the Eva era, right? What era does that idea of youth come from? To be blunt, I've enjoyed my youth plenty enough. I've come to be and the rest. I've romance with Ritsu, and now my next goal is in sight. Man, it's a right questionnaire from once upon a time. Youth was a time in your life where you are allowed to dream. The dream had been elevated into a tangible goal. Now that I wish to be with Ritsu.
何？うん。
I'll marry him. A second thought, I'll keep to myself. Pause midway through that thought and turn towards the sandy beach.
ほらー！なんでそんなとこでやめるでありますか？
He did not keep any thought to himself. He just said it.
全部言ってよー！マイラブリーお兄様
Ritsu ran after me. I heard his dreams don't come true, he said out loud. So I won't say them out loud to you until they come true. Laughed as Ritsu hugged him again.
気になる言って言って言って
Ritsu reached on a mouth Hey, wait! Couldn't resist the laughing harder.
ほらほらお兄ちゃんの弱点は全部知ってるよーこちょこちょこちょこちょ
Ah, stop it, Ritsu!
やめてほしくば兄の夢を言うんだ語るがいい Your dream
Oh, wait, not like this! Ah! The dream had become insanely cheap.
さあこうなったらもう一つの弱点を
At this point, I'm just convinced Ritsu doesn't fucking give a shit if they're found out. With that, her right hand reached toward for my lower body. Hey, it's obviously off limits.
平気だよ
Ritsu, a girl, no groping.
エロゲ的には OK です
Another risky one-liner. Played around with my sister, hugged and maybe assailed me from behind.
カッホン
Hi, Nagome.
おはようゆうくんりっちゃんなごみさん
Nagome? We responded in unison to my aunt's sudden appearance.
無粋なことしてごめんねでもちっとも終わらないからあなたたちの乳繰り合い
My aunt sighed as she stared at us with half-lidded eyes. I could clearly tell how she felt based on her intonation.
私だからよかったけど二人とも他の人に見られないように気をつけてる
I'm sorry, about my head.
ごめんなさいなごみさん
Maybe he said the same, while still thinking of me.
りっちゃんには今度教育的指導かしら休み明けが楽しみだわ
The new headmaster cracked her knuckles.
すみませんでしたマイ
He needs to immediately let go of me. She was trembling with fear.
でもちょうどよかったわここで会えてあなたたちに休養ができたのなかなか電話に出てくれないから困っていたのよ
I eventually checked my phone. It was silent.
昨日一緒に映画見に行ってそのままになってたんだね
Nagame, I'm sorry.
いいのよこうして会えたしねそれより時間もらえる
Not mine. Good job with Nagame's expression. This wasn't going to be a very pleasant conversation. Are relatives saying something about us again? That's the first question that came to mind.
それもあるわでもそれはおまけ程度のことよ
The expression was sadly growing more and more somber. Truth be told, I had no idea she could express so much emotion, which proved how serious of a matter this really was.
とにかくうちに来てもらおうよお兄ちゃん
Ritsu's expression was stiff. She had liked his mindset situation as well. I sure. Would you mind coming to our place to talk, Nagami?
ええ、そうしてもらえると助かるわね。その前に、ゆうくん、
Yes.
一つだけ約束してほしいの。
What might that be?
今度は怒らずに最後まで聞いてほしいの。
Huh? I was taken aback by her comment, but I knew quickly enough about that. That's what this was. Nagami, you accept my relationship with Ritsu. I appreciate your support. If that's your request, I will hear you out. Also, I've checked. Changed a lot since then. I've grown. I've gotten strong. I believed I'd become an
ありがとう、ゆうくん。
She bowed deeply to me. It's fine, let's go. We made the trek back home with the sea breeze against us. Not one of the three of us spoke. Yeah, just sky above was nothing short of invigorating. I felt I was carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders.
お茶、どうぞ。
Pizza set 3 glasses of chilled barley tea on the table.
ありがとう、りっちゃん。
Nagami,
何かしら。
what do you have to say is about your big sister, I assume? The least consideration I could show was not call her that woman. Not we hadn't done anything wrong. No reason to be upset with her.
そうよ。ごめんね。ゆうくんは、きっと姉の話なんて聞きたくもないでしょうけど。
Nagami cast her eyes downward. In that case, I could ask you to step away, Ritsu.
どうして？
Ritsu, sitting beside me, looked astonished. I have zero connection to her now. You have zero connection to her now. There's no reason for you to hear this. Don't want to burden my sister with my problems any further.
嫌だよ。
However, she immediately declined with a deep frown etched across her
お
face.
兄ちゃんのお母さんの話なんでしょ？だったら、私にも関係あるよ。
She made no attempt to stand up from her chair, but this was about the woman who abandoned us and betrayed your father. I did not dare utter those words now. Wouldn't be able to maintain my composure if I did.
りっちゃん、無理しなくていいのよ。私はただ親族として最低限の義務を果たしに来ただけなの。分かっているとは思うけど、決して愉快な話じゃないの
Did
よ。
the mom come back and demand the fucking inheritance now?
それならなおさらです。
Is this to raise her voice even higher?
私は当のユウさんの婚約者です。それに妹です。家族です。お兄ちゃんのこと、何でも知っておきたいんです。
It's I appreciate your feelings.
私はお兄ちゃんを幸せにしないといけないの。そのためには何でもするよ。なごみさん、私にも聞かせてください。お願いします。
Itsu was stubborn and refused to back down.
りっちゃんすごいわね。私、圧倒されちゃったわ。
My aunt smiled wryly.
わかったわ。二人に話すわ。いい？ゆうくん。
Out of my hands. In the end, I gave in. Big brothers really were no match for the little sisters. A strange smile rose to my face.
ゆうくん。私2年前、姉に会わせようとしたでしょ？半ばあなたを騙すようにして、病院に連れて行って。
Partially. Well, you completely tricked me. I'd accompanied Nagami since she claimed to have felt unwell. When it did, she brought me to that woman's hospital.
あれは大失敗だったわ。おかげで、私までゆうくんと冷戦状態になって。
It was incredibly overwhelming. In the end, I refused to see her and returned home. Backstabber, liar. I remember yelling at Nagami while I ran away.
私も焦っていたのよ。気が動転していたのね。ゆうくんの気持ちを汲み取れなかった。未熟だったのよ。
She got that far into her speech and took a barley tea. Then, after a breath, she
あ
resumed.
の時の話を蒸し返すのは、いよいよ、時間がなくなったからなの。
Out of time. I understand what they meant.
ゆうくん、姉は2年前からずっと伏せっているのよ。数ヶ月おきにいろいろな病院をたらい回しになって、今はまたあの病院にいるわ。
She's been sick for the past 2 years.
ええ。でも、それももう終わるわ。良くなったんですか？
Nah, the opposite, probably.
違うわ。
Yep.
逆よ、りっちゃん。
Nagami shook her head. Then, weakly, with trembling her
ゆ
voice.
うくん。私の姉は、あなたの母親は、余命あと、 3ヶ月よ。
Oh, hallelujah! Finally, we're rid of that bitch! Imagine if he actually said that. I spent the whole afternoon in the living room after my aunt left. Couldn't work up even enough willpower to stand. Just stayed like this for hours. Sun creeping into the windows had turned a deep shade of orange. My mind and heart were a total mess.
お兄ちゃん、
The sister who had been by my side the entire time broke the silence.
本当にいいの？会いに行かなくて。
Her voice was trembling faintly. She was worried for me. It wasn't supposed to be like this. That's okay. I hope you didn't tell me to go see her either, right? She wanted me to know just in case.
言えなかったんだよ。
This suddenly raised her voice, but I couldn't respond.
なごみさん、お母さんとお兄ちゃんに最後に会ってほしいんだよ。だけど、あんな別れ方をしたから言えない。お母さんも、きっとお兄ちゃんに会いたいんだよ。だから、お兄ちゃんの方から歩み寄って。
Ritsu, you're wrong. Said so softly yet distinctly. That woman abandoned us. The tone of voice was so icy it surprised even me. The anxiety and the pressure from losing her is what killed my stepfather, your dad. I'll forgive her no matter what.
お兄ちゃん。
So you had to hear something so awful, Ritsu. You're kind, so I'm sure you're able to forgive her. I don't have it in me to do something like that, though. I'm sorry for being so narrow-minded.
そんなこと。
Could you give me a little time? My head's a jumble right now.
うん。わかった。お兄ちゃん、よく聞いてね。私はずっと、お兄ちゃんと一緒だからね。
Thank you, Ritsu. After I finished my talk with Ritsu, I laid down in bed by myself. I had nothing left of me today. I was emotionally exhausted.
ゆうくん、余命あと
We literally just
3ヶ月よ。
heard those two sentences. That one sentence, those two lines, I should say. Like those two textbooks with 3 months to live. Seriously.
お母さんも、きっとお兄ちゃんに会いたいんだよ。だから、お兄ちゃんの方から歩み寄って。
I knew what Ritsu said was right. My mind understood, but my heart didn't want to accept it. Was I wrong? What did it mean to be right? My phone started ringing on top of my desk. Sluggish. Better ignore it. Ignore. Why is it getting louder? It's like a small scale of horror. Reluctant to
ゆう、電話は3コール以内に出なさいよ。研修でそう習ったでしょ。
Without you, my corporate supervisor. Wasn't even working a day.
まあいいわ。で、どうしたの？
What do you
リツ
mean?
から電話があったわ。お兄ちゃんに何もしてあげられないって。妹困らせてどうすんのよ。
I messed up. I think I'd worried into Ritsu that
Eh?
much.
何があったの？
Guess it was no use. You can know about my family circumstances anyway. It caused problems for her previously with the incident with Nagumi too. It would be reasonable to explain it to her. Nagumi came out with
なごみさんとは和解したんじゃなかったの？
Yeah. The topic of discussion was about someone I haven't reconciled with.
それって。
Elaborated about feigning composure to the maximum extent possible within a different town. About how that woman had been bedridden in the hospital for over 2 years. About how she didn't have long. About how Ritsu encouraged me to go see her. After a brief pause,
行くの？はあ、まあとにかく頑張ってきなさい。
Yeah, I never said I was gonna
行
go.
かないの？決めなさい。あんたらしか今があんたの青春のクライマックスじゃん。
How do you figure this is just brutal?
前にも言ったけど、十分辛い目にあった人は幸せになれるって。あんたは今幸せの途中。どうするかはあんた次第。あんたが決めればいい。リツと一緒にね。
Yeah, sorry for
いいっ
worrying
て
you.
そんなこと。それじゃおやすみ、ゆう。
Yeah, good night. The ominous silence. You gotta appreciate that the fucking bitch ass
おはよう、お兄ちゃん。
come up again a singular fucking time. said with the usual smile. Ritsu was being incredibly considerate of me after she'd asked Biggie to talk to me. Morning.
朝ごはんもう少しでできるから。
Yeah. Ritsu?
何？
I talked to you about some last night.
うん。
No, second thought, let's eat first. What are you making? I'll help.
待って。今聞きたい。
Oh, it might take a
お
while.
兄ちゃんが良ければ、今聞きたい。聞かせてほしいの。
Oh, it's good when you focus their attention on me. Sure, I get it.
ちょっと待ってね。火止めてくるから。
So about last night. There's a lot to take in all at once, and I didn't really know what to do.
いいよ。それよりも結論は出たの？
No, not at all.
出てないの？じゃあ話って？
Well, I thought we could talk about how I haven't made up my mind yet. Like you said, I should go see my blood relative if she's dying. I understand that much. As logical as it might be, my heart's opposed to the idea. Might be able to sort out my feelings if I had more time. Based on what my aunt said, my sister won't be around for much longer. Her sister. Should I do nothing and leave things as they are? Might be best. Mine's been running an overdrive, and I've got no idea what I want to do. I'm a hopeless brother, aren't I?
そんなことないよ。ダメだなんて思わないで。昨べ、私も言い過ぎちゃった。お兄ちゃんがお母さんのことで傷ついているのは知ってたのに。私はね、別に許してあげてっていうつもりはなかったんだよ。
Really? Must have been unexpected. Ritsu, my sister was telling me I didn't have to forgive her. Why tell me to go see her then? Closure.
うまく言えないけど。
It's just closure. Get her to tell you why she just fucking left. Without saying anything. Even just having that information is gonna bring closure.
私、お父さんが死んじゃうちょっと前ね、お兄ちゃんと付き合いたいって言って怒られたことがあるの。
No idea.
それでも死んじゃう直前に二人きりでいっぱい話して自分の気持ちを伝えられた。
Stepdad forgave you.
私の話聞き終わって最後には勝手にしろって呆れられちゃった。でも私は良かったって思ってる。お父さんにちゃんと自分の気持ちをぶつけられて。お兄ちゃん、お母さんに言いたいこといっぱいあるんでしょ？死んじゃったら文句も言えなくなるんだよ。
Won't be able to vent, huh? Should I go complain to her then? But hey, Ritsu.
なーに、お兄ちゃん。
I'm afraid. I'm surprised myself for admitting something like that. I don't know if I'll be able to keep my cool once she's in front of me. I forgive and had held a grudge against my mother for the longest time. None of this would have happened if it weren't for her. I'll see her and lose my cool then. As soon as it would be. I'd yell at her. Punching her.
大丈夫だよ、お兄ちゃん。だって、お兄ちゃんは強いもん。
Yeah, that's the problem. The punch is gonna do more damage.
今までずっと頑張ってきたこと、私は知ってるよ。私のためにどれだけ一生懸命勉強して、必死にバイトしてくれてたのか。苦しいこと、嫌なこと、腹の立つことたくさんあったと思う。でもお兄ちゃんは全部乗り越えてきた。今までありがとう、お兄ちゃん。今度は私が返してあげる番だね。ずっと一人で抱えて頑張ってきたんだよね。でも、もう大丈夫。お兄ちゃんには私がついてるよ。 お兄ちゃんを傷つける者を私が許さない。お兄ちゃんが罵れなかったら、私が罵ってあげる。お兄ちゃんが殴れなかったら、私が。
Ritsu stopped mid-sentence. What a helpless brother I was to have made my sister say something so extreme. Thank you, Ritsu. Never mind. I guess we thought about it. Ritsu so much. To hold myself together so that Ritsu wouldn't feel the need to do anything unreasonable. But confronting that woman and laying it all out was my only option at this point. So that I would have no regrets. Just fucking strides into the hospital room. Hey, bitch! Missed me? Probably not, you fucking whore! After contacting Nagami, I headed to the hospital. I knew what the hospital was. She had, after all, brought me there 2 years back. Took the elevator and went to the nurse's station. I was given permission to enter the palliative care ward. Since she wasn't an ordinary patient, I couldn't even begin to fathom what sort of mental state these patients were in while they waited for their inevitable demise. This ward was for patients to live out their final days in peace. Ritsu, I'll be back. She didn't offer to go with me. Ritsu understood, but it was something I needed to do alone.
外で待ってるね。
Yeah. With that said, I turned back around, and I walked in.
あらら。
I heard a coin fall to the floor. A 100 yen coin tumbled to my feet. I looked up and impatient. When I looked up, an inpatient was there with an IV drip on her arm.
どこに行ったのかしらね。
And apparently dropped it while trying to buy a drink. I dropped this. Picked up the coin and handed it back to her.
すみません。私、最近、視野が狭くなって。
She looked worn down. It was her. That's okay. Do you want a drink?
このいちごミルクがいいです。
Alright. Stuck the coin into the vending machine, bought the drink, and had it.
すみませんね。
I'll mention it. She took some time to sit down on the waiting room sofa. The IV drip, the IV itself was a hindrance, and her ability itself was extremely limited. Sat down about 1 seat away from her.
学生さんですか？
Yeah.
今日は、誰かのお見舞いに？
Not sure you would call it that. I said a bit, but was ultimately honest. In all likelihood, I won't exactly cheer that person up. I'd end up yelling at him.
あらあら、穏やかじゃないですね。
You've got his.
そう。きっと、大変な事情があるんでしょうね。わかるわ。私も今まで生きてきて、いろいろな人に会ってきたから。
Silence. The sound I could hear was from the woman's IV drip into her drinking from the milk carton. After a time, when she's finished drinking, she
こ
said,
れは、私の知り合いの話なんですけどね。
Mhm.
その人は、子連れで再婚したんだけど、ある時、長男が高熱を急に出したの。それまでずっとシングルマザーで大切に育ててきた息子。それは、大慌てで病院に駆け込んだそうよ。
Sounds like a grandma.
その時、見てくれたのは研修医の若い男性で、不安がるその女性を慰めて、一生懸命に男の子を治療したそうよ。
Sounds
そ
wonderful.
こで、終わればね、その時、その若い母親は恋をしてしまったの。その研修医に子持ちの再婚女と将来有望な若い男性、本来なら結ばれるはずもないありえない恋。でも好きになったんだから仕方ないじゃない。しかもその研修医から告白されたらもう気持ちは止められなかった。
That's just. The blood was about to boil from rage. I clenched my fist and stuffed it into my pocket. And then, my fingers made contact with something in my pocket. It was the charm I'd gotten from Ritsu. I rapidly regained my mental composure. It's not for the best.
女としては普通よ。
What about as a wife? As a mother?
最悪ね。もともと生活苦から抜け出したくての再婚だった。旦那さんに感謝の気持ちはあっても、愛はなかったのよ。
Did you not think of those left behind? Of her husband, of people who trusted their mother? She did the best to raise her son. Was there no love there either?
それは。
For the first time she was at loss for words. Her gaze wandered for a while as if she were searching frantically for an answer.
旦那さんにも、息子にも、心から悪いと思ってる。それでも、本当に愛してる男の人と結ばれたかった。自分の人生を生きたかったのよ。
As now, there was so much I wanted to say. Considered saying the cruelest things I could come up with. But all those options felt meaningless to me now. So, a story about an acquaintance of mine. He was abandoned by his mother and his stepfather passed soon after. He and his adopted sister decided to work together to survive.
立派な子ね。
Followed his stepfather's will to look after his adopted sister. His son studied hard and worked day in, day out, wearing out his body and mind. He grew up hating the woman who abandoned
無
him.
理もないわね。
He and his adopted sister made a livelihood together. For a long special feeling arose between the two of them. He was confused and knew those feelings weren't right. He couldn't suppress those feelings any longer. Be with the person he truly loved. To lead his life. It was logical. Wouldn't make excuses, run away, and blame anyone. No matter what hardship you faced, he would protect his sister and support his family. Not back the urge to add, unlike you.
そんなことができるの？逃げず、責めず、そんな聖人のようなことが。
Yes. Stress further than
そう
fact.、
すごいのね。その、知り合いの人。
Set that and check.
そろそろ面会時間なの。部屋に戻るわ、多分。もう来る必要はないと思うけど。
Woman stood up and smiled my way. Feels same.
話せてよかったわ。
So am
い
I.
いの？もう、私は行くわよ。最後の機会を罵りなさい。私を。
Grasped the charm in my pocket tight. It's his face kind of mine. And rolled over how I felt in that moment. I'm not gonna yell. Set that with
強いのね。
Nah,
あなたは。
I'm not able to be strong on my own. I become strong because Ritsu's there for me. That I turned my back to her, walked away. Walked with all my heart. Some part of me wanted to turn back, but I refused to stop. Nothing was gonna keep me from moving forward. Sister left me when I returned to the nurse's station. So,
お兄ちゃんが心配でごめんなさい。
sad remorsefully. Ritsu, tell me. She's still behind me.
もうエレベーターで。
Is it? It's fine now. Ritsu.
うん。
In the end,
うん。
I wasn't able to forgive her. I didn't show my dying mother a single shred of kindness. I wonder if I managed to give us both closure.
ちゃんとできてたよ。
It's like it for the best. Some told me lots more I wanted to say. In the end, I wasn't able to forgive her, nor could I forget about her. I would go through life bearing it all, so I raised my head and faced forward. Then in my heart, I told her, goodbye, Mom. I will say the backstory aspect is handled very well. Like, the situation with his mom is genuinely just a case of, well, there was no winner in this. Either she literally just decides, fuck trying to be with a man I actually love, and stay in a loveless marriage, where it's literally just going to boil down to raise the kids until they can finally move out and then divorce, in all likelihood, at which point the guy that she liked was probably already taken, or do the things she did. Now, I will say 100% she fucked up. I would not blame her for choosing the person she actually loved, but I will blame her for just going behind their back. If she was in any rational state of mind, she would have actually approached Ritsu's dad like, hey, I'm sorry about this. I know our marriage was kind of just to deal with the societal issues that we both dealt with, but I found someone I liked. If you don't mind, we can continue raising the kids together, but he is going to be the lover. You can also find someone else. I don't mind. But the fact that she just went behind his back is the issue. I will always say a very important part of a relationship to me is trust. And when someone betrays trust, they lose my sympathies. I will even forgive, hey, I don't like you, I like this other guy, but we still have something to do here, so let's just do that while I do this other thing, because you're open about it, you're honest about it. The other person knows what is happening. And that's the important part to me. Yes, it can be a bit scummy, but it is infinitely better than going behind someone's back. At least that's how I personally see it.
お兄ちゃん。
We walked along the seashore together. A slightly chilly breeze blew between us. Feel the tension slipping away. It was all thanks to this comforting scenery. It's thanks for the day.
どういたしましてって、私は見てただけだけどね。
I was able to hold it together because I knew you were supporting me from the sidelines. I used to think of being get there for a guy like me.
私こそよろしくね。今日のお兄ちゃん、かっこよかったよ。
I was.
もっともっとお兄ちゃんのこと好きになっちゃった。
Well then, I'll have to work even harder to so you fall way, way, way more in love with me.
それは大丈夫だよ。
Why?
だってもうこれ以上ないくらい好きになってるもん。そう思ってるのに、何かあるたびにキュンってしちゃう。どんなことにも一生懸命頑張ってるところを見たら、かっこいいなって思うし、朝寝ぼけながら階段降りてきたとことか見たら、ああ、私がちゃんとしてあげないとなーって可愛く思えちゃう。だからね、お兄ちゃんは今のまま、ありのままでいいんだよ。
Really? Thank you.
お兄ちゃん、私のこと好き？
Well, probably for only the next 10 minutes or so. At least I think it's 10 minutes, is it? Is it 49 or 48? It's 48. Yeah, like I said, I've gotten only like 5.5 hours of sleep 2 days in a row. My vision is proportional to the amount of sleep I get in some ways. Oh, also, I don't remember if I've talked about this before, but I am playing Pathfinder Kingmaker currently. And I'm trying to romance Kakenuke. Turns out, because like, I accidentally almost romanced Canera instead. Like, essentially it's like, yes, go for a walk, and just like, hey, she's about to do something, keep it a secret. And I just like, I mean, okay, sure, she's a friend, you can keep a secret for a friend. They proceeded to fuck. Oh no, reload, and like, maybe swap her over to Kakenuke and go around town, and maybe you get an event with Kakenuke then. No, it's Canera again. Okay, just turn her down then, and go talk to Kakenuke. Okay, nothing happens. Fuck. Shit. Balls. I want to go for the chaotic good sister, not the lawful evil sister. Okay. Let's look up how it works. Okay, in order to romance Kalik, you have to romance Canera. It's like a package deal. Apparently, there's like different ways it can go, but there's a guide for how you do it to get the best ending. And I've already fucked it up because I didn't do a quest I did not know existed before doing a certain companion quest for Kalike. And now the people offering said quest are no longer in my town. Oh no. Oh no. I love you.
はあ、全然心がこもってない。やり直し。
Why?
だって私はこんなにも熱く愛を語ったんだよ。お兄ちゃんも私への愛を熱く語るべきです。
Meanwhile, gonna blush when she looked at me like that. I love you, Ritsu. We'll always be together until death do us part.
そんなのダメダメ。死んでも私は離れないから。
Afraid that's impossible.
無理じゃない。死も私たちを分かつことはできないよ。
Yeah, right. Yeah, sorry. You're exactly right. Ritsu might think this is weird to bring up spur of the moment.
何お兄ちゃん。
Ritsu, let's get married.
うんうん。
Let's take a stand and do this right. Can we not?
ダメじゃないに決まってるよ。嬉しいよ。
Let me say this again then. Ritsu, let's get married. Look, Ritsu, no matter what happened, I will protect this tiny girl I held in my chest. I made that solemn vow. From here on out, we'll set out into the same future together with our chests held high. Yes, it all started here in this very moment. A new life. Fun everyday life that overflowed with happiness. And our youth. Piss off. Sister fucker. 2 years later. Nice shit, I'm actually doing it.
ようやくこの日が来たんだね。
Yeah, a long journey. Short time after Ritsu's graduation. First off, am I going higher or is her hair longer now? Secondly, they never told the rest? I feel like that should have been like an actual scene in the route of them like trying to like gently let down the rest of the youth collective. Like, hey, we're fucking. It was the day we hold a small ceremony for Biki Kashima and the other friends we spent our school days with.
お兄ちゃん。
As a friend.
こうしてお兄ちゃんって呼ぶのも最後なんだなって思うと。
Quite frankly, the day you started going out should have been the last time you called him that. And that's what this is about. So, ceremony's over, we would go formally register our marriage. Relationship would change forever, from siblings to a married couple. And call me Onicha anytime you feel like if you want. Past won't cease to exist just because we're
本
married.
当に
Yeah, actually, like, no.
そういうことなら。
それでは、よろしいですか？
Good on this priest for not just standing there sounding disgusted.
はい。
ユウさん、何時？ユウさんはリツさんを妻、他の者によらず、死が二人を分かつまで、
Get it.
リツさん、何時？他の者によ、
はい。
Get it.
それでは、誓いのキスを。
Now, if this was like a scene for a character I cared about, I wouldn't skip the vows. But alas, he's a sister fucker. Yeah. Just gonna officially call it Alabama. I'm smart only for a moment. It's the sweetest, most blissful kiss we had ever shared.
ありがとう、お兄ちゃん。ずーっとずっと、大好きだよ。
I'm going to walk into the ocean. And that wasn't all. That's another 2 years later.
ただいまー。暑かったー。
This is 4 years after he met the mom. The mom has been dead for, at the very least, 3 years. And she's been out of school for like 2 years. Still dresses like she's a fucking first year. It's a ride with huge eco bags in each hand. Welcome back to the adapters.
やっぱりなかったよ。
Cigarette. What's the deal with it? The supply wasn't good.
ほんとだよ。しっかりして。明日からお兄ちゃんが店長さんなんだからね。
Ritsu put her bags on the table and shrugged. I don't want to charge to keep our supply stocks. Stock cleared over with Ritsu.
誰にでも失敗はあるよね。どんまい、店長。
She cheered me on. Like I said, you're the one who made the mistake.
どんまい、私。
It was okay to be that way, Ritsu. After Ritsu and I got married, I spoke to the manager and expressed an interest in becoming the next owner of the restaurant in the future. He guided me through the entire process from management to procurement. And then in the summer, the manager opened the second restaurant and made me manager of this one as promised. I was genuinely grateful. Seriously.
じゃーん、着替えてきたよー。
We're charged with kitchen.
みんなが来るしね。ウェイトレスリツを見てもらおうかと。
Oh, sure. Felt like there's some post-renovation reopening. All blowing this out of proportion.
また、兄は素直じゃないの。ほら、振り返ってみて。お兄ちゃんと私の唯一の青春仲間だよ。
I'm the command of a man who doesn't look back at his past. I didn't have time for that. I was always had my hands with the present and future. I was had my hands full with the present and future.
来たわよ。ご無沙汰してます。
よう、卒業以来か。
二人とも、お元気でしたか？
どうの？店長就任おめでとう。
Everyone from the former youth collective had come to congratulate us.
皆さん、わざわざありがとうございます。
Oh, so you're all alive and kicking.
当たり前でしょうが。
もう、お兄ちゃんは。
I laughed from the pit of my stomach, surrounded by my friends I hadn't seen in ages. It was a nostalgic moment. For now, just for now, maybe I could take a quick look back at those fun, boisterous, sometimes hectic days. As short as those days were, I was most definitely a student. Those days of my youth. I hate it that technically the ending thus far has been the best one. And they wasted it on Ritsu.
駆け抜け青春。
Like, yeah, it's
Sparking.
just a 4-year time skip, sure, but they're still married and they're handling the restaurant together now. If this was literally any of the other characters, it'd be fucking a A tier at the very least. But it's fucking Ritsu. Alright, she doesn't have an after. Oh well.
駆け抜け青春。
Next time,
Sparking.
we'll be starting with this here Hibiki. Maybe I'll finally. Maybe I won't do only like 40-minute parts anymore at that
駆け抜け
point.
青春。
By God.
スパーキング。
I don't even know what I'm gonna play after this, quite frankly. I feel like 2 main options that I'm considering right now. Oh well. Anyways. But yeah, it's a sad state of affair that I would put like, if I took Nagiko just the route and Ritsu just the route, Ritsu's route is better. Hell, Ritsu, like, just the route, Ritsu's probably rivaling Riri and Shiori already. But that's just the route. With the characters, she actually kind of beats Nagiko. Because at the very least, they made use of the setup in Ritsu's route to a degree. The only thing that they just did not follow up on was fucking upset relatives. That felt more so like a setup, hey, let's kick them, give them a kick in the ass so they actually get together. So yeah, take Ritsu's route and just give it to one of the other girls, please. Then we'll have, like, absolute peak. Anyways, on. Apparently Biggies and finally the that is Pika are supposed to be like the highlight of the game. Let's see if I'm like Hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you next time. Bye.